Okay, we're going to start that video over because I turned it off instead of... take two. Welcome back to the Wildings Landing, where we are a 2.5 acre off-grid homestead. This morning, it's January 24th, I believe, we had our coldest night/morning, and we woke up to frost. This is our trash trailer, and just to give you an example, that's frozen. That's a drop of condensation, and it is definitely frozen. Right here. This is the field that we had forestry mulched many videos ago. You can see that. And there is frost everywhere. There is frost on everything. And in a way, it's beautiful. In a way, my hands are so cold. I've had on gloves to cope since last night, actually. But I couldn't wear gloves and do my phone, so compromise. Okay, we're gonna pause and excuse the sniffles. Comes with the cold weather. But thought in a way that's a really pretty scene. In a way, not. Alright, we're gonna put you on pause. I tried this before, and when I put you on pause, I actually hit power instead of pause. Come over and take a look at our tomatoes that I moved. I moved them to under the oak canopy. A lot of heavy oak up there to protect them. Looks like we did okay. They don't look much different than they did last night when I moved them over here. Yesterday afternoon when I moved them over here. They are really loaded with tomatoes. Super loaded with tomatoes. Finally got them out of the blossom and rot. Yeah, I was really suffering with that on these. And got some calcium nitrate on them. They're pulling out of that real well. But they are so loaded with tomatoes. Alright, let's take a walk out and see how the... Excuse the sniffles, that comes with cold weather. If I didn't already say that in this video. But we'll go out and take a look and see what's going on in the gardens. Alright. This is not the garden that you were going to expect to see a cover crop of mustard seed in, but I went ahead and pulled up the few green bean plants we had. This is where the cucumbers once were. I dug those up. You can see the difference under the moringa tree. Sorry about that glare. Under the moringa tree versus not under the moringa tree. The least little bit of protection does help. See if we can get an up close, which I wanted to do in a couple of places. See if we can get an up close view of what the crystals in the frost actually look like. I don't know if my phone will do this, but we'll see. I'm going to try to do this on the plants too. We'll see what we can get there. Strawberry guava right there looks like it did just fine. Fruit trees can handle this a little bit better than I can. My nose. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. But here we have broccoli and cauliflower and bok choy. Come in and see if I can get one of those good views of the leaves. That gate takes me a second. Yeah, that one would be pretty if I can get it. This is one of our bok choy. See the little crystals? That is stiff, folks. That's not just water. That's ice. Same with right here. Oh, that was water. But they're really looking pretty good. I'm not expecting a lot of damage. Most of my crops right now, as they should be, are pretty frost tender. Again, you're gonna have to just excuse the sniffling. Not, I know you don't watch videos to hear somebody go 100 times, but sorry. Over here we've got some bok choy, graffiti cauliflower, broccoli. And this is where we just pulled up all of the ground cover. We're going to get ready to plant this in a mustard trifecta as well. You can see where it has frosted over. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I hope, in a way it is gorgeous, okay? In a way it is so pretty. Let's see if we can zoom in on those crystals. It's a cold one. For all those people that say they love cold weather, they probably live in a house with heat. Because I am not a fan. But, zoom back out here. I see some more of the bok choy with ice on it. And like I said, in a way, it's a really pretty sight. Last year when we got our freeze, I had zinnias blooming, and I got some really beautiful shots of the ice crystals on zinnias. Of course, they didn't live once the sun hit them, but they sure were pretty. These collards are just going to thank me. They're going to be so much better after this. Our red jeweled cabbage looks fine. It looks gold. That's all full of ice. This is like just, it's like taking it out. There's no give to these leaves at all. Broccoli and cauliflower may have taken a little bit harder hit. I'm seeing the leaves kind of curl on these. I didn't notice that yesterday. But look at the cabbage. That's like solid. There is no moving that. Wow. Okay, let's go check out another garden. I got one hand in my hoodie, one hand holding the tripod. It is cold. Peas got frostbitten. Oof. My little seedling garden over there may have suffered a little bit. Oh gosh. I just moved that lattice to get in here, and the lattice is literally covered in ice. Again, this is cauliflower. It looks like I have a little lacinato kale there at the end. It's supposed to all be cauliflower, right? But again, the leaves aren't moving. They're frozen. Let's take a look at these peas. Look at the crystals. For those of you that live up north and you're going, you're not even cold. It's only 32 degrees. That's what we woke up to, is 32. The news says 34, but our phones had a different opinion. But we're usually a few degrees colder than whatever was forecasted. Look at the lines of ice on this. Oh, I disturbed it. Oh well. This is our red Russian kale. Some beets. And really things right now don't look as bad as, I really didn't expect a lot to die back, honestly. I came in yesterday and did the good gardener thing. Watered everything in really well. Really well. Yesterday afternoon. Lacinato kale is drooping a little bit, but I'm sure that that's just the weight of the ice crystals and stuff on the leaves. Yes, I need to get in here and do some weeding. Haven't done that yet. Maybe the frost will help me. I'm sure hoping that it helps. I'll slow down a little bit. I didn't realize how fast that was looking in the screen. But right now, until the sun hits everything, looks about like it did last night, except now it has ice on it. This is the garden that I was... Oh, that gate's cold. That's a metal gate. It is frozen, and it is cold. And these little seedlings were somewhat of a concern, but again, they're all broccoli. They're all cauliflower and cabbage, so they should do just fine. And if I lose them, I might replant. I do have a big garden with broccoli, cabbage, kale, collards, beets, right there that we just walked through. And over here, the garden we started in is cauliflower, broccoli, bok choy. So I have a lot, but again, hoping to grow enough to preserve as well, as always. All right, folks, we'll walk around out here in the field. I was just noticing something I want to show you. Under the oaks and not under the oak. It's kind of, I've heard about this on Green Dreams. Pete Canard, I know, always mess up his last name. I can't say his last name right. But Pete Canaris, however you say his name, talks about this. How under oak trees, which we've got a little oak right there, you don't get the frost and the freeze. And you can see everywhere that this oak up here kind of covers, that ground's not frosted. But you come just to the other side, where my peach trees are. Both of my peach trees have frost around them. Of course, they need chill hours, so it's not going to hurt them at all. Got one over there and one right here. I'm going to bring mangoes and papayas out here. This is going to be the future of an extension of, I don't know how I'm going to really work that. This might be the extension of a food forest. I have some that I have not shown you guys in a long time. Just look at that. Wow. Even as scraggly as this little oak right here is, the ground under it doesn't have any frost on it. And it sure is pretty. But it sure is cold. Alright, folks, I have 2 propane heaters waiting for me over under the canopy. And I think that's where I'm going to head. I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of how things look, how things did. Come back in a day or two and see what actually lived and what didn't actually live. See how the roselle come through this. Yesterday, I want to show you this before we go. Out here watering yesterday, and these blooms might not develop, they might just fall off. Might not open the way, but look at there. Roselle blooms in January. I have two coming here. One right there and one right there. There's dogs on the other street just freaking out this morning. They have been barking since daylight. Well, before daylight, actually. I am sure that our butterfly pea will be gone for now. And that's okay. It'll come back. It's got a lot of seeds on the ground. It'll come back. But look at the frost on the roselle. I can't even scrape that with my nail. Oh, you guys weren't in frame. I can't even scrape that with my nail. This one may have bit the dust. We'll see. That's all you can do. I don't get too excited if I lose it. Last year I got really depressed because I lost a lot of peppers. Actually, I shouldn't have given up on those so fast. There's a friend of mine just a few miles away from here, same atmosphere. She believed in her peppers and she left them alone. They came back. She was getting peppers while I was sprouting peppers. So this year I am not going to be so quick to call something dead because of the frost. I'm just not. Last year I had this really defeated spirit or attitude when I came out here and saw it. So I just started ripping things up. I'm not doing that this year. Lesson learned from Miss Michelle. She said, I can't give up on my peppers. I can't pull them like that. Well, she was the smart one. Okay, folks, I can give you a beautiful shot. The sun coming through the canopy. It's just a little after 7 in the morning. I was supposed to do some painting today, but I think it's going to be too cold. I'm supposed to be painting on that chicken coop. But I don't think so. Not today. It's cold. All right, folks, I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your views. Like, comment, share. Looks like there is a blanket. There's a blanket of ice, blanket of frost over there on that garden. All right, folks, I love you and I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Thank you.